Hi guys, I'll be there in about 5 minutes, so hold tight. What is up, my people? Welcome to another Epi, Cook with Kate. What is this, the third week now we're going? How was everyone's weekend? Honestly, we ain't got no chicken to rip apart. We're not going too savage today. But guess what, guys? Today, we got a new fridge. I just thought I would start with that. Okay, I'm just checking my settings right now. Yeah, buddy. How bad is this audio that you're talking about? Because it says excellent right now on my stream health. Okay, honestly, I don't even know if I'll be able to fix it until we get better internet. We're trying to switch over right now to a better company. But like, I have all my settings turned down. We'll wait for Sam to get home. Maybe he can fix it again. The amount of times we have fooled around with this is like, I can't even count anymore. But we make it work every time, and for some reason you guys always come back, so I guess it can't be that bad. Okay, so if you guys saw the title, Southwest loaded baked potatoes are going down today. We're staying meatless. Not doing any crazy stuff. But first things first, we just gotta check this out real quick. We have to. Let's see how far I can bring it over. Okay, are you ready for this? Oh, there's onions. There's onions, guys. Okay. So this door, like, half opens into a door compartment. Let's see. And then if you close it, then you get the rest of the door. Pretty crazy. And then this one's just regular, but look at the fancy little water dispenser and ice, and then there's the rest of it. She's loaded up already. I had fun putting it back together. I know. And you know what? You can get some of them with like clear side on that one door, so you can actually see through the whole thing. We always need more onions. You know this. Yeah, pretty cool addition. Okay, so today's stream isn't going to be super long, I don't think, because this is a pretty quick dinner to put together. Oh shit, what is this? Gotta check it out. Gotta start that onion pull. You know what it is. I don't know if I can choose thick until Thursday though. I gotta save that one. Whoever voted thick though, I got you. Okay, so potatoes today, we are going to bake them in the oven at 400 Fahrenheit. And I think they'll only take about 45 minutes. So that gives you quite a bit of time to be able to prep the fillings that we're gonna do. And yeah, everything should be done within an hour. You could obviously microwave the potatoes as well if you wanted to like really quickly do that. And I think they take about 8 minutes if you just use your setting. 45 onions. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many onions I've chopped in my career. Like 20 liters at a time usually. And that would probably only take me like 15 minutes to chop them all really thin. It's so much fun though. And then I have 7 potatoes here, but they're pretty big. So we're making leftovers, as you guys know. Okay, well hopefully I can pick up some catering gigs and then do like bigger quantities for you guys. So I'll just, what do you want me to do? Just cut up all the onions and hand them out to the neighbors? Here, I've sliced some onions for you. Courtesy of Annie's and Oma. Don't ask why. They just told me to do it. Onion giveaway. That'd be a good test. See how long the onion lasts. If it doesn't last by the time it gets to you, it's not meant to be. And then guess what else I have left over from last week? Some of the vegetarian chili. So I think we can put some of that on top of the baked potatoes too. That'd be super good. We'll have to find out. So, every Monday, you guys probably ask, why meatless? Why are we doing this? The chili was good, but it was spicy. Everyone was like, whoo! But I'm one of those people, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, that I get hiccups when I eat spicy food, like automatically. I just start hiccuping. And it was super annoying to eat, but I didn't get hiccups with it, so it couldn't have been that spicy. The chicken was really good. Really, really good. And then I don't know if you caught the ramen stream, so I took another whole chicken and like poached it in the broth and then pulled it after. That was really good. Yeah, of course the onions helped. It wouldn't have been the same. And so then in that chili, we obviously have the beans and like a ton of tomatoes. What else did I put in there? Squash. So we got all of our veggies and protein in there already. That's a good thing to fall back onto, I guess. And I really like doing Meatless Monday so far. Like this is my 3rd weekend and I've been feeling really good. Oh, you watched Pizza Stream? Yeah. Those were so good. Like really, really good. I'm gonna do some food facts, guys. I did some more calculations and research. If you wanna stay, feel free and learn a little bit of stuff. Yes, I love your clips. I always go back and watch them after. And if you don't wanna learn anything fun about Meatless Monday, well then come back in like 5 minutes. And then we're gonna get started cooking. Honestly, onions don't really have that much health properties, but they add like so much flavor to everything you cook. So when someone says I don't like onions, I don't understand why. Because usually they just turn it like really sweet and buttery. Yeah. Onion clip. And I really like trying to force myself to be creative on the Meatless Mondays because it's kind of hard to make a balanced meal. Like most people just like douse their things in cheese and be like, yeah, here's a meal. So, fun facts. Are you ready for this? So we can save up to 500 liters of water and 24 square feet of land per meatless meal. So that's per only one meal. Like that's crazy to me. Gotta always put that walking in the stairs. I should just start my stream like that, I feel. Just walk on up right into the stream. And so all of that water that we're saving is obviously what they use to help the animals grow when they're producing them. And then we can also reduce our carbon footprint by over 8 pounds a day per meal. So that's equivalent to not driving for 2 full days. Exactly, you can grow more onions and then eat them. And you know what else? We'll save 28 livestock, so whatever land animals, cows, pigs, chickens, and 175 fish per year. If you only do meatless one day a week. And you won't save any onions. We'll kill a ton of onions, and that is okay. But even though we're killing all these onions, we'll be able to have more land to grow more. And I have a really good American stat. Sorry guys to anyone that's American in here, but everything that I researched, you guys seem to be the worst. I know I live in Canada, so it's close enough. I'll take one for the team on that one. Yeah, 1 day a week eating no meat is like saving 2 days of driving a car. Like that's how much CO2 is put into the air. So if every American participated in Meatless Mondays, it would prevent 1.4 billion animals from being factory farmed. Billion. And as well as saving the same amount of carbon dioxide as taking 500,000 cars off the road. That's only in 1 day. Yeah, exactly. So all of that methane and carbon dioxide is being produced from the animals that we are producing for ourselves to eat, which takes up a ton of land. And then we also have to produce their food for them, which is grain. And nothing really happens from that because bees can't pollinate it or anything like that. Exactly. So thick. And welcome to the stream, Creme Crane. Nice to see you in here. It's always good to see new faces. If you enjoy it, don't forget to hit that follow. I'm still on my road to 50 follows. Yeah, crispy creme crane. Oh, those donuts are so good though. So I'm gonna list off some of these average amounts of meat that Americans consume. Like, it's kind of gross. We're all gross, aren't we? We're savage. And so I have a stat from 2012. I couldn't find anything super recent, so here we go. So in 2012, each person consumed 57 pounds of chicken. But if we go back to 1909, we were only consuming 10 pounds of chicken. Like, it went up 5 times in not even 100 years. We are savage. Yeah, that is all of my 57 pounds in one Meatless Monday right there. And then beef. So beef actually peaked in 1976. I'm not sure why, but we ate 91 pounds a person that year. 91. And you know what it's down to in 2012? 52. So I don't know what happened. It must have just got a lot more expensive. And then pork is actually the most interesting number I found because it hasn't even changed since 1909. It's hovered around 40 pounds a year, so that's interesting to me. I don't know why it wouldn't change. I guess maybe the prices have not changed at all of the meat. Yeah, so much beef, guys. They were beefing for sure. Now, I'm just gonna ask everyone, do you feel like these numbers are on par with how much meat you eat compared to like where you're located? Like, I don't know really how Europeans eat that much. Yeah, bacon. Bacon has its own separate category, let's just be honest. We can do it in kilos. You want me to convert it real quick for you? Well, it's times 2.2. Or divided by 2.2, I should say. So I'm gonna do a little comparison on myself of what I eat. So I average, let's say, 4 meals a week, including lunch and dinner. I ate 4-ounce portions of chicken per meal. So that equated to actually 52 pounds a year, or like 1 pound a week. So that's actually only 5 pounds off from the American norm in 2012. So those stats are actually pretty accurate. And then something even more interesting. So some of you know that I prepped for like a bodybuilding show a couple years ago, and I ate so much food. So this is gonna be a really cool statistic to say. So I prepped for 8 months for this show, so 32 weeks. And honestly, like, the amount of chicken I ate per day for that is like, makes me sick to even think about it now. Like, I'm so happy I'm not doing that anymore, because you can't even sustain it. So I look back at an old meal plan, and here is what I found. So let's say I was eating, yeah, exactly, like, trying to eat way less meat. I don't know why it's such a big thing. Like, lots of veggies have protein in them. Like, all your legumes, 500 grams. You're at 500 grams? That's like nothing. You must only eat like meat once a day, or not even. Eggs, yeah. I could easily eat eggs every day. I mean, they were still counting that in the stats. I don't know why. That's crazy, Amy's. That's nutso. So when I was prepping, I was probably eating 6 to 7 meals a day. And let's say 3 of those, I had 6 ounces of chicken. So almost double what I eat now. I would have consumed 36 pounds of just chicken in 32 weeks. Like, I can't even imagine what a male bodybuilder, like the huge guys, consume on a yearly basis. Like, no wonder the world is falling apart. And I just want to say that the fitness industry is definitely nothing to look up to for like goals per se, considering like almost every like really jacked person did not get that way naturally. Like, there's no way you can eat that much meat and still be skinny. So There's some steroids in the mix there. I'm just gonna leave that there. Pig meat leaves. I love it. That sounds delicious. What else did you make with it? So, back to our whole meatless Monday and how to make it work for you. I always like to pick one heavy carb when I'm starting out. So, beans or potatoes, pasta or bread. Something that's really gonna fill you up. And then I build the meal up from there. So I'm gonna choose a legume as well, probably, because those are very high in protein. I know everyone says beans are the magical fruit that make you toot, but they definitely help keep you full for a long time. And honestly, I love cheese, so I always try and put a little bit of cheese in the meal. And there's a ton of calcium in cheese, so why not? Like, not every cheese is super fatty. You just have to make the right choices, and Google is there to help you if you don't know. I can definitely say I Google, let's say, at least 20 times a day if I don't know something. And then obviously try and add something green or veggie-like with lots of fiber just to help with digestion. And the rest is up to you. That sounds delicious, dude. So, so good. Yeah, I'm sure they liked that bed. Real comfy. So, our toppings for our potatoes today, are you guys ready? I have some more black beans, but I'm gonna make a black bean and corn salsa with some red onion. And then I have a lot of avocados at hand, so I'm gonna make up some guacamole as well. Super yum, because why not? That'll give us all of our really good fats. And then I have some sour cream, but we're gonna jazz it up a little bit and throw some chipotle hot sauce in there. Make a little chipotle crema. And then cheese, I have like 3 or 4 different options, but I think I'm just gonna stick with like an old aged cheddar for this one. Maybe I'll even like open up the potatoes and then bake the cheese on so it's nice and melty after. And then like I said, we have the vegetarian chili. So if you want, you can add more tomatoes, but there's quite a bit of tomato in there. And if you want to bump it up even more, add a salsa. So I have a salsa verde or just a regular red salsa works as well. So that was a mozzarella. A softer version, but not as soft as I wanted. So you guys probably have some really good access to like buffalo mozza. The one that you just like rip open, it just like oozes out and is amazingly delicious. Yeah, those pizzas were deadly. Really, really good. I am only cooking for 4 people today, like usual, but I'm gonna do double so that we can all have lunch tomorrow as well. I always like to do that so that we're not struggling in the morning like, oh, what do I have to eat? And then no one has to go out and spend like $20 on a lunch that's not even good. So I just decided that I'll cook everyone their meals so that I know what they're eating and it's all healthy. Of course you can come over. The invitation's open. It's called Cook with Kate. Actually, I'm gonna start bringing some guests into the show pretty soon, I think. It's gonna get fun. And then one thing that I'm gonna make as well, might be kind of weird for you guys, but coconut bacon. It's true, it doesn't say eat with Kate. So I should do a separate stream of just eating then. I'm down for that. So coconut bacon, we're gonna take the coconut flakes, and I have some like smoke powder here that I'm just gonna sprinkle on, but I'm sure you could use like a liquid smoke as well It does sound like a good idea. So after the cook with Kate, I should start an eat with Kate and just like do the eating stream. It makes sense. And guess what? That's all I have on the planner today. So the rest of this, we're going off the hook. It's a free-for-all. Shop with Kate. Yes. No. Dishes with Mamacita.
That's not funny.
They said dishes with Kate.
Oh, okay.
Of course it's funny.
Yeah.
And what else? Kush with Posh. Okay, I'm gonna turn this oven on, so 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And the first thing I'm gonna do is like stab the potatoes with a fork, because sometimes they like to explode in the oven. I like it. Bake with Kush. Maybe when it's legal here again. No, you can have a tattoo tour on stream. Those are the only ones I have, so you'll automatically see them. I guess this one is actually cool for this. It's a beet. It says Bon Appetit. I'm committed. So let's do some stabby. This will also help to keep the potatoes really nice and fluffy inside. Boom, savage. Yeah, you like these? These are German slippers. Sam's mom made them. I live in them. That's right. The steam will escape. And then the potatoes won't be as wet inside. They'll be nice and dry and fluffy. I love your little pointers. Okay, so there's a couple of things that we'll need to do first thing, and that will benefit from them sitting over time. So the guacamole for sure, we want that to marinate for like an hour or so. And then also the chipotle crema, get those flavors really nicely mixed together. And same with the black bean and corn salsa. So why don't I start with the salsa and then go from there. So I'm just using 1 can of black beans here. Yep, making guac. Guac always. So I'm gonna open these beans up and rinse them off. I don't want any of that juice on them. And then also for the salsa, you're gonna need probably half of a red onion and however much corn you want. If you want. You guys wanna watch this now? I'm just rinsing the beans out right now. It's true, they aren't. Boom, ba-boom. There's my beaners. Let's use this guy. Make sure you scrape out all that stuff from the bottom. Yeah, that's some thick stuff. And the next thing I'm gonna do is go grab the corn from the freezer. Sorry, I had to go digging. Since we got the new fridge and stuff was moved around. What? Beans. $3 for 10 ounces. Yeah, they are cheaper here. So this can is 19 ounces. And I think I got them 2 for $3. So they're like half the price. Or sorry, 3 cans for $5. Gonna run some warm water over this corn. And then you know what I just thought of? Let's make it a little bit fancy and roast the corn off first. Get some nice char on there while we're baking the potatoes. That'll get a lot more flavor in than just plain corn. Fancy. Roasted corn salsa. Kush is going wild. She just ate. Hush. Come here. Come on. Yeah, come see. Oh. Ready? She did a drive-by. She says, "What up, fam?" Okay, so you'll need a sheet pan for the corn as well. Let's put some parchment on just so it doesn't stick. And you only want one layer of the corn if you're gonna roast it. Otherwise it'll kind of steam on top of itself. So just spread it out. And you shouldn't have to oil it or anything. It usually roasts up quite nice just on its own. Okay, now we have potatoes and corn. Next thing up, red onion. My little bag of tricks. That's not very much onion, is it? I'll take a little bit off this one too. But first we'll chop this one up really small. This one might be kind of awkward, but we'll do our best. So whenever making a salsa, I always like to cut my onions super small, just so you don't bite off too much strong onion flavor. This onion's gonna throw me curveballs, I can feel it already. But I saved it just for you guys. I'll put that piece aside. And then kind of chop it like this. And I actually don't have any cilantro, but that's okay because I have some chimichurri from the fridge. And y'all know what that means. Potatoes can go in, and so can the corn. So let's put the potatoes in the middle rack for now, and let the corn stay on top so it gets really nice and charred. And I'm just gonna set a 10-minute timer for now. And then we'll adjust that after we check the corn. Need more onions. Oh guys, guess what? If Super Sensational comes on stream, you have to give her a birthday shout out. It was her birthday yesterday. Yeah, Posh comes in, she's like, I agree. We need more onions. And guess what? I'm already crying. You're making me cry already. It's true. You can never take out the onion. I think that's a good amount though. Like you don't want the same amount of onion as there are beans and corn. You just want it for extra flavor. Especially if it's raw. Her and Butt Burglar would get along well. It's okay, Creme Crane. I got you. Okay. So, since chimichurri is pretty much just like cilantro, herbs, oil, and a little bit of vinegar and chili pepper, I think this will be really good for the black bean salsa. But if you had all of those things separate at home, you could also just make your own and throw it in. So let's see. It's very dark. But this will give really good contrast to the color of the potato when it comes out. Smells good already too. Mayo's gone. It's gone green. What else? So, sour cream. And then this hot sauce, guys, I made that myself. Super easy recipe. So I don't know if you can get canned chipotles and adobo where you are. There is no meat, but you know what? We do have some pulled chicken in the fridge if my people need it. So yeah, this hot sauce is chipotles and adobo. And then I make a little tea. Here, I'll turn this up while I talk. If I can get them, you can. So I make a little tea with dried chipotles. I do like 2 liters of water and like a handful of dried chipotles. Yeah, I'll wait till midnight to eat it just so I can eat meat. And then you let the chipotles reduce in the tea till there's like 1 liter liquid left. And then you throw that into your sauce. And I add lime zest and juice and some cumin. And then if you guys have Frank's buffalo sauce, that's like what makes it really nice and thick. And then you just blend it all up. And this stuff is about 3 months old. So it gets better over time. And then that's what we're gonna mix into our sour cream. Mozzarella. Okay. Yeah, mayo's gone bad for sure. Creme de la creme. What's the most overrated ingredient? Overrated. That's a good one. I would honestly have to say avocados. Like, I don't know why everyone's so obsessed with them. Hello, Andre, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, what are they anyway? Just this green substance that everyone goes crazy for. I would say they're like vegetable butter. Let's call it that. It's true. Most underrated? No, that's not an easy answer. Daniel, welcome. How's your day going today? I was gonna say onions, but then you guys would have gotten mad. Like, that was the first thing that actually came to my mind. Fire away. I will answer all questions. Let's stir this up and make it thick. Yeah. Does that look thick enough? Let's try it. Yep. That's some good chipotle creme. So you can obviously make this as spicy or not as you want. My hot sauce isn't really spicy, so I added quite a bit. It's more flavorful than anything. It's true, Oma. Well, you see, this jug here is 750 milliliters. And this is half a liter. But could you make an onion into dessert though? That is the question, guys. Like, what do onions taste like if you blend it with sugar? I don't know. Oh. The corn is calling us. That's getting aggressive. Thanks for your feedback. Corn is not charred at all. So let us add 10 more minutes. I've never made onion cake, but I can see it being good. It could be like a good savory thing. Or a souffle even. Okay, so here's our sauces. Next thing up is our guac. So I think I'm gonna add maybe just 2 avocados. Because this is pretty fatty already. And if I'm adding cheese, he's a little mad, bro. Yeah, onion cake going down. Sauce it up. Okay, I'm going to grab an avo real quick. And guess what? I have an open avo in the fridge already that I'm just gonna clean up. because it turned a little bit brown. Okay, let's make an onion dessert one day then, just for you guys. Look at these ones. Ooh. It's still good though. We just have to scrape off the brown part, I think. We'll see, we'll see. I have backup avos though. And then I have a lime already that I cut in half. Yeah. Vegetable butter gone bad. Let's check it out. So I did leave the pits in after I cut it because that really helps from it turning green. So you can see underneath, it helped a little bit, but not a lot. I'm just kind of gonna go off the top and skim it with a spoon and see where we're at. I already took those pits out though, so I'll do this one for you guys. The fun way. So I think we're good. Look. It's coming back to life. That guy just didn't get what kind of jokes we had going on here, guys. You just had to take it too far. Couldn't have just asked about the onions. Okay, real test. Is the other side destroyed though? Oh, look, it's trying to run away. Okay, I think we're good. If we mix this with the new one, it'll be fine. That's right. Onions before everything. I've seen worse avocados. The moment of truth. And I didn't even cut it straight. Ah, yeah. Okay, ready? Watch me like slice through the avo and just cut my hand. Boom. That's a nice avo. So I'm just gonna dice it up in here and then scoop it out like the other one. That way it's a little bit easier to mash up. I think like one of the most disappointing things is like going to open an avo and it feels perfect and then it's just like brown inside. And then you don't have a backup one either. It's like, oh, now I have no vegetable butter. I have given myself a couple good injuries in the kitchen, I have to say. I think one of the worst ones was when I went to go clean a deep fryer and the oil bin that it was dumping into slipped out and poured all over the floor and like went into my shoe. And I got like the biggest blister ever on my foot, and I still went to work and stuff. And that was also when I was training for my competition, so I had to keep training too. It was interesting. And then like all of these scars on my forearm are like from the deep fryer, from splashing me. Those suck quite a bit because it definitely like blisters up right away. I know, right? Like, where were my slippers when that happened? Let's check. I might turn the broiler on just quickly for the corn to give it a nice char. It's not really gonna affect the potatoes since they're on the bottom shelf. So once the timer goes off, we're gonna do that. And then these 2 avocados should take in this 1 lime. You do need quite a bit of lime juice to cut it in there. No, corn's still in there. Had to check though, just in case. And then next thing we're gonna need is some salt and pepper. And actually, this is like one of my favorite seasonings, if you guys can find it. It's from America, so I have to go to a special store to even find it myself. Do you even corn while you corn? And let's see, what does this have in it? So salt, dried red chilies, black pepper, garlic, chili powder, spices, thyme, basil, more spices. Why would they say that twice? And that's it. So it's a pretty good seasoning for almost anything. To broil it, this oven has a broil function. Let's see. I might be able to turn this one. So, I don't know if you guys can see that really clearly or not, but where is it? So this is the broil button. And I think that will make it go up to like 500 degrees. So if you don't have a broiler, or just use your blow dryer. Yes. So see, it's just roasty. It's not toasty. So we're gonna broil it up. Okay, so that says 550. So that's really hot. The only thing here is because we have parchment, we're definitely gonna have to watch it so it doesn't start to burn. It's a pretty clean oven, guys. Gonna pepper up my guac. And we gotta mash this. I think I'm gonna get the potato masher. Yeah. That's right, creme. You got it. I usually like to roast my corn in like a wood fire oven, so really hot. This is gonna get crazy. Kush is like, what's vegetable butter? She doesn't want anything to do with it. Okay. Give that a little pat down. And then I'm gonna mash the rest with the spoon because it wants to come out of the bowl for some reason. Tappy tappy. I actually watched a really interesting show over the weekend. It's on Netflix. It's called Rotten. Have you guys heard of it? It's like all about where your food comes from and who controls it. I'll eat a spoonful after it's mixed. I have to taste it anyways. You guys know this. And I like my guac a little chunky, so I'm not gonna make it super smooth. It's a very informative show. I would definitely check it out. Okay, ready? Guac it up. It needs more salt. But it is limey enough, that's for sure. It just needs a little bit more salt to balance it out. The rotation of the tray is complete. So I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of salt to the guac. Another funny show I've been watching is the Jerry Seinfeld one called Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. It's super good. Let's just say I had a productive weekend of watching shows. Okay, second test. It is. How did you know? And that's good, guys. So it's a little bit limey and honestly not too salty. And you just, I think you finish with the avocado on your tongue. So that veggie butter. So that's good to go as well. Corn is almost there. Clean up my station. So what he does is like picks a comedian to pick up in the morning and then chooses a car to pick them up in. So Jerry Seinfeld has like, I don't know how many cars, but probably hundreds of really nice old cars and new cars. And he picks the car that fits the comedian and then goes to pick him up, and they have no idea what car he's gonna pick him up in, and then they go have coffee and talk about funny things. And that's all I have to say about that. Those are my show recommendations for you guys of the week. Okay, salsa's almost done, guac is done, crema is done. I'm gonna chop up some of these fresh tomatoes. love fresh tomatoes always. And I get really good ones. They're always in season here. And then we get to make our coconut bacon. Really, really simple. I guess you could also make the coconut bacon by like smoking it, cold smoking it in a smoker. That could work. But for those who don't have a smoker, you can use liquid smoke. That's right. So I tried my best to keep it meatless. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's where we're at. That's exactly what we want. So now turn my oven back to 400. And it's yelling at me, you know this. So I'm gonna check the potatoes because it's 4:30 now. I'm gonna check them in 10 minutes. And before I mix that corn into the black beans, I'm just gonna let it cool off a little bit. I actually first saw the coconut bacon get done at one of these music festivals I went to, and they put it in a burrito. It was really good. And my friend was vegetarian and she got this burrito and I was like, I need to try this because I love coconut. And it was really good. Like it tasted very similar to bacon and same with the texture. It was really nice and crunchy. And this is the first time I am making it since then. That was probably like 4 years ago. Here's our baby tomato garnish. So I'm going to go grab the coconut real quick. So coconut was inside, I guess. But, oh, I love coconut rice. So good. And I found this, like, hickory powder. That's what we're gonna sprinkle onto the flakes. But, since I don't have any coconut toasted, we need to do that as well. So I'm gonna sprinkle on the smoked powder before I toast it. Just so it kind of all comes together. And since the corn is cooled, I'm just gonna reuse that pan so I don't make a lot of dishes. Yeah. Best part is just taking the parchment and pouring it in. Kush said no. She said don't do it. Was it like a Thai version of soup? Probably one of the best coconut things I've ever eaten was in Thailand. And I got some of this coconut sticky rice. Yeah, that's my favorite one. So we were going on a like overnight train ride to somewhere, and I bought this coconut sticky rice beforehand as like my breakfast the next morning. And they had sesame seeds on it, and it came with like fresh mango sliced. Holy, that was like the most coconut thing I've ever eaten. Just the flavor was unreal. I need to make it. Let's get in here. So spread this out nice and thin so it toasts up really evenly. Since our oven is at 400, this should toast no problem. Nuts are a lot more delicate than something like corn. Yeah, Thai food is amazing. I could probably live on Thai food, I have to say. It's super good. They do have a lot of different ingredients to work with. So this is kind of chunky. So I'm just gonna kind of take these chunks and sprinkle it on top. And then I'll mix it up really good after as well. Just so you don't get like any big pieces of smoke. Because this stuff is pretty strong. Like those bought spice pastes are awesome, I find. If you're in a pinch for time, they work no problem. Because it does take quite a while to make those pastes from scratch. Nice. I think my favorite curry is still green curry though. But pad thai is always a good go-to as well. There's so many different variations. So that's gonna turn into our bacon. I'm just gonna pop that in our oven, and our timer is at just over 2 minutes left. So hopefully it's done at the same time as the potatoes. That would be good. And actually, this coconut is sweetened, so I might have to add a little bit of salt to it after as well. I'll taste it and let you guys know. And then next thing I have to get out is our cheese. So I'm gonna use cheddar. But I also do have like mozza left over from pizza yesterday. And I think I have parm. And is it killing you guys that I haven't mixed the salsa yet? The suspense is killing you? you hear that sound, you know who's around, guys. Like, you know it. Look at that little face over there. Okay, I'll bring out the corn over in just a sec. Just need a peek. Whoa. Smells like smoky coconut. So the dish is going to be, here, I'll come down here. Loaded baked potatoes in like a Southwest style. So all of our condiments this way are chilling over there. So I made guac. Oh, well, hopefully I don't let you down. I made a guac, a chipotle crema with just homemade hot sauce and sour cream. And then I made a black bean and roasted corn salsa and some fresh tomatoes so far. And I'm just about to grate up some cheddar. No onions were missed in this making. Okay, let's check this. It's getting toasty. That's gonna go on top of a baked potato. So I think our bacon is good. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt on there since it was sweetened coconut. And then give that a mix around. But first, I'm gonna poke our potatoes and see where they're at. Yeah, so I'm making coconut bacon. So I just toasted some coconut and sprinkled on this like hickory, I guess, spice or powder. You could also use liquid smoke. These guys are sizzling. But I do not think they're done yet. Nah, potatoes will still need probably a good 20 minutes. I'm gonna turn it up 425. I also really like setting like 10-minute intervals just so I stay on track with my timings. The bacon, here, I'm gonna bring it over so we can mix it up together. It should taste pretty salty. Like, I would make it taste more salty than sweet. But you know how bacon does taste a little bit sweet too, right? So find whatever balance works for you. And then it also works better with like larger flakes. I'll taste it in front of you guys though, just to prove that it's actually good. Or maybe it's not good. And I'll be like, well, I'm throwing this out now. Sweet and smoky. That's exactly what it is. I love your clips. They're like little infomercials for people. Okay. That looks like it's mixed up well. This is the finished product, my sir. I will not be putting it into strips. Evan keeps yelling at me. But you know what? If you bought, I guess, a whole coconut and like took the meat out from the middle and then dried it yourself, then you can make bacon. Well, you can buy bacon bits and stuff. So this is bacon bits then. Coconut bacon bits. Okay, I'm going in. No, I like the questions. Challenge me. Yeah, gotta get those flecks. You guys, this is really good. It does taste similar to bacon. I'm gonna go give someone it that's in my house and see what they say. So this was her face when she ate it. If that explains anything. She said it tastes just like bacon. So trust and seriously try this at home. It's so good. Put it in burritos, on rice. Anytime you're feeling like bacon but not actually bacon. Yeah, it's totally a scam. This is what they're actually feeding you. See, I never felt that way either. But here I am doing Meatless Mondays. Ugh. But so far, no one's complained about my Meatless Monday meals that I've fed. So I feel like I've been making them pretty tasty. That's just the healthy version of bacon. We'll call it health. But coconut is probably just as fatty. Best part of the stream. It's getting cheesy. What up, Hunger Service? How are you doing today? We're almost ready to top our potatoes with all of our Southwest style toppings. It's true, coconut is not local at all. Like, what is this size for? What is that even? This little one, though, that one's okay for, like, if you need to zest a lime and stuff. You want the music louder? Okay. Just a sec. But yeah, what does this thing even do? I don't even think it has a purpose, guys. Okay. And then also, this cheese ball is for someone special. Oh. That makes sense, creme cream. I feel like it'd be really hard though. Like, a microplane would just make it so much easier still. Okay. You know what time it is. So I do have some herbs in the fridge. I have basil, mint, and dill. Do you guys think I should put it into the salsa? Even though I already added some of the chimichurri. I might just want to freshen this up a bit. Or should I just garnish the potatoes with the herbs? Okay, I'm trying this. We need some salt in there for sure. So about a teaspoon of salt I'm adding. Garnish with the onion. Then everyone would leave. Caramelized onions though, really good. Let's do some black pepper too. Taste number 2. Mmm. Definitely taste the chimichurri. It's a little bit herby. Has a nice bite of red onion. It makes it a little bit sweet. And then the charred corn is actually a really nice contrast to like the soft texture of the beans. Because some of the kernels of corn got a little bit crunchy. It's really good, guys. We did good. It is a little bit salty, I have to say. But since we made the crema, everything is gonna just balance out. I'm gonna get the herbs out and chop those up while we wait. I have 1 minute left. So those potatoes have been in there, I think almost 40 minutes now. So they should be close to done. You could also just garnish with cilantro, but some people that are eating tonight hate cilantro, so I'm not gonna do that. Challenge to use leek. Well, lucky for you, I haven't gone grocery shopping yet, so I can definitely pick up a leek. And then, let's see. I could use it tomorrow in the fried rice. We have some ginger beef going down. And chili garlic bok choy. Challenge accepted. Okay, poking the potatoes again. Okay, I'll show you this. Thick Thursday is going down, and Black Forest cake is there. Like, I didn't even just write this. Go this way. Thick. Of course I would do that. I said I would take requests. I'm gonna say 15 more minutes on those guys. The knife is like just almost easily going through the middle. Do one sweet dessert and one savory dessert. Onion souffle. You know how I like picking my herbs. I think that is what I would start with. Like, I am left-handed. I would definitely start with like a caramelized onion, blend it up. Maybe with some lots of brown sugar in it. Yeah. And like even using like a soft cheese like ricotta, that'd be good in something sweet. Or mascarpone. Okay, I think that's enough. We're not getting too dilly today. So I tried to put on Nightbot so you guys can do song requests, and for some reason my MacBook is like just not letting me download it at all. So I'm gonna fool around this week with some stuff and see if I can get it on there for you guys. But for right now, if anyone's wondering what I'm listening to, it is a playlist off of YouTube. And it's just like a no copyright playlist from SoundCloud. It has 310 songs on it or something crazy. So if you guys are looking for it, that's where it is. I'm really liking this song right now. I like the little whistle in it. Hi, Sham. I know, this song is so good. The dankest. We're not gonna do too much basil because it's strong. That's some mayo that's gone bad there. And you know how I like to just lay my herbs out and then roll them up? Roll it up. We're doing it again. There we go. Then I always start from the stem end. Those little sneakers are trying to get away. Yeah, she's like, who called me? I'm here. Toss it up. It's a good little mix. I don't think I'd use anything like thyme or rosemary for this though. It'd just be too strong. Right? We're almost there. He went there. Say what? Not enough dill. You're wild. These are like the least Southwest herbs ever. But the whole point is to have fun, right? I just like being creative and putting different flavors together and see if they work. There we go. So next thing I'm gonna do is get out the veggie chili and slowly heat that up in a pot. We have 8 minutes left. The beautiful jar of goodness. Exception. Can she open the jar though? Yeah. Guys, it's thick. Look at that. It's not moving. I think I'll just do this baby pot. Oh yeah, and there was mushrooms in there. I don't even remember what was in there. Some good chunks of squash. Well, I'm glad it's not really watery. See? There's onions. I told you. Okay. Squash. We'll just watch this little guy. If I cover it, it'll heat up faster though. So I'm gonna do that at the start, just to get it going. And now there's like half a jar left. I'll eat that tomorrow. And then here is the salsa verde I'm gonna use. Obviously it's bought, but it's actually pretty good. I've worked at a Mexican place before, and this is pretty close to what it should taste like. Uncover the chat. I'll put the coconut bacon into the bowl. Oh no. Squatto correct? Squasho correct? What's happening today? Actually, I have a question. Have you guys ever played Fallout? On the computer or such? I think I'm gonna play 4. I think I'm gonna do that a little bit in the morning before I go on. Because I love dog meat. See, I've only watched Sam play Fallout 4, so maybe I should start with 3 and then go from there. I think it's gonna happen though. There's our little bowl of bacon, but it's not really bacon. You guys, Sam's messaging from the pooper. He's being sneaky, but productive. Okay, it's set then. I know, that's what I was thinking. Cause you guys always stay up super late. So I'd rather like start something a little bit earlier. And then maybe I would get more viewers that way too. I don't know. I just think I really like that game. Shall we stir the pot? It's getting steamy. See, you got me. Meatless Monday. Still talking about meat. Dog meat. Okay, I'm done with all my seasonings. I don't think we need any butter for the baked potato. We have enough fatty things. We'd have to go to Asian for that one. I don't know if I'll play any other games. Actually, one game that I really like is called Pit People. Have you guys heard of that? Super simple. And then, like, I don't know. I've watched Fortnite be played a ton, but I don't think I would be able to do a mouse and keyboard because I've never done that before. So, just trying to think of like easy games I could play with an Xbox controller. Or maybe I just have to practice my mouse and keyboard skills and learn that way. Sneaky chili peek. Oh yeah. Oh, what have I done? Monster Hunt? What is that? Outlast? What? She's fine. Let's check it out. But is there onions though? That's the real question. So, I'm always gonna test the biggest one. And if this goes through easily, we're good. So, let's see where we're at. Oh yeah. I like horror games. Like, I love zombies and stuff like that. That's fluffy. So I think we're good to go, guys. The chili's hot. Potatoes are done. All of our condiments are ready. Now, I'm only gonna cut open 4 right now. And also, another way to see is to like squeeze them. And they should just open up like that. Do I like deep ocean? Well, I'm terrified of it in real life, but is that a game? Boom. That's a fluffy. So should I fill the really big one for you guys? Subnautica. Cool. These all sound really fun. Let me actually write those down really quick. Okay, Monster Hunter. Outlast. Subnautica. Battleships is really fun too. Okay, they're all written down. Now, actually, let's just plate this over here. Let's do it up. I think I can just go like that. Tic-tac-toe. No, I would be terrible at that. Actually, let's do this. I'm just gonna fluff it up a little bit with my fork. Should I put the cheese on now to make it melty, or should I do it on top? I'm gonna put the chili on first. I don't know if I could plate all this stuff over here though, or you just want me to go back and forth? Okay, I'll go back and forth because I know this camera is better. Okay, next let's do our salsa. Beans on beans. Like, take out the second cam, guys. Oh. Okay, let's see. Seeing the settings. Hey! And now I'm just gonna turn it. This way? No. What did I do? Guys. I'm upset. I'm upset. Okay, we're leaving it. We're leaving it. It really is more vibrant, isn't it? Okay, I'll put this in the middle then. Okay, I think tomatoes next. A couple of fresh ones to contrast all of the ones that we roasted into our chili before. And then guac it. Rock it and guac it. This is wild. You know what? This would be really good to put into like a squeeze bottle. But I think I'm just gonna like do it like this. Kind of like dollop it on. Don't worry, it's gonna be good. Cheese, please. It did get fresh. The cheese is so yellow. Okay. Now bacon. Fake bacon. How's that? Do you like a side view? Oh yeah. That is really hot on my hand. Guys, that is a potato. Okay, getting rid of this. Boom. Here we are. Butt burglar, you made it. You just made it. Yeah, you would. There's just so many layers, guys. I even love how the pieces like just fell onto the plate. It looks great. Yeah, finished with onions. Right? That would be super good. All right. Thanks everyone for watching my Meatless Monday. It actually was meatless. True to the story. I'm gonna take a bite real quick. We have to. Get a little guac, some cheese, and some crema. And maybe a couple beans on there. Oh, and the corn. That's my bite. I know, sad. I finished pretty early today. Mmm. I love the chipotle. The herbs are actually really good on top. I kept it really nice and fresh. You do get a little bit of crunch from the beans and the corn, which is great. And the guac, obviously the lime is gonna cut everything that's rich. Great clip. And the potato is perfectly steamed. So that's a great vessel for anything. I think a really good option as well is to like do a curry on top of a potato. Do like a Thai version of it. But this was really good. So there's my little bite that I took out. Like it was nothing. And hopefully you guys want to make this at home. I think it's a pretty satisfying meal. I'm pumped with how it turned out. Do it up, sir. Hopefully I inspired you guys. Thank you for coming to see me, little butt burglar. Tomorrow we are doing an Asian style stream. So Travel Tuesday, we're gonna make ginger beef, some fried rice and chili garlic bok choy. And I'll be on at 3 PST again tomorrow because it'll be a little bit of a longer stream. Ginger beef. Okay guys, hope everyone has a great night. Thank you all for tuning in to Cook with Kate again. And see you tomorrow. Bye! Stay thick, my friends.